I have no excuses for my hair at this point. There's an alfalfa out here. There's like curly bits over here. I don't know. Anyway, right now I am knee deep in the Nebula grind. If we come over here, I am officially, for some reason it's not showing up. Oh, it's because I didn't unlock gold for this yet, but I believe I'm 5 out of 7 on the assault rifles. Actually, more than that because I'm past halfway with the critical kills on the Goblin Mark II. I just decided to start at the Model L because the Goblin Mark II was starting to hurt my trigger finger. I kept having to alternate between my trigger finger and my middle finger just because this finger was starting to hurt. It's all good, we're rolling with it. Anyway, as I mentioned in a previous video, I literally refuse to do that new boring directed mode strategy that literally every zombies YouTuber is doing under the sun. And plus, compared to the strategy that I'll be doing in this video, it is actually much slower if you're trying to get headshots done. Now, granted, you know, if you're trying to get special eliminations or if you're trying to do the elites towards the end of the grind, like literally the last camo challenge that you need to do for Nebula is get the 10 elites, then yeah, going into directed mode and doing one of the strategies that everybody else has been doing, whether that be progressing enough through the Easter egg to get to where, you know, like an elite is going to be spawning every round, then yeah, that's definitely going to be the fastest. And, you know, even for the special zombies, that would still probably be the fastest one since you're getting one of those, like, what, every minute, every 30 seconds, something like that, and they're never getting stronger. But when it comes to just getting headshots done, yeah, I'm sorry, but every COD Zombies YouTuber has been completely unashamedly clickbaiting you for the last couple days now, because all of them have been saying that not only, I mean, again, when it comes to the special zombies and elite zombie kills and just for Nebula overall, yeah, sure, it is true that that technically would still be, like, the fastest strategy, but when it comes to just sheer headshots, yeah, so many of them have been like, oh man, this is the fastest strategy for headshots, look at how many you're getting every so often. But dude, I was literally in a match this morning and I did the strategy that I'll be doing in this video, and then I already made a video on in the past. The only reason I'm doing it again on video is because, you know, I'm in the middle of the Nebula grind, so you guys are going to be seeing me doing this in many videos going forward now. But yeah, I was doing this strategy this morning, this strategy being where you grab the valve, put it on the thing in the bowling alley, and then you just go through the rounds like that. That's literally all that the strategy is, because not only does it speed up the rounds, but it also eliminates vermin rounds. Now, I know if you do the other strategy, obviously, you know, you wouldn't be dealing with vermin rounds anyway, but you know what I mean. This strategy, just due to how fast the zombie spawn is so much faster, like you can literally get to round 30 in 35 to 40 minutes, and I had 1,000 headshot kills, which is like, you know, halfway towards getting the 2,000 headshots done in about 30 minutes, maybe a bit less, like 29 minutes. And that wasn't even like 29 minutes from the time of me starting the strategy. No, it was 29 minutes from the start of the match, which means if you really like mid-max your time or whatever, and you're like really good with your headshots, I mean, you could easily clear out one weapon every hour, at least in terms of headshots. Obviously, you still have the special challenges to go for and the Mystic Gold challenges, but those are so fast with the strategy as well that, yeah, within like 75, you could probably do a weapon every 75 minutes this way. And this isn't even me being like, oh man, you know, like this is the new fastest strategy, do it before Treyarch patches it. They, you know, every Zombies YouTuber's lying to you, so watch my video instead, give me more views. No, it's not even like that, because if that's what my true intentions were, I would have titled the video that. I'm just a dude on the internet that loves Call of Duty and also loves making YouTube videos, you know, trying to go for Nebula camo just like every other zombies player under the sun right now, and this is just the strategy that happens to be the fastest, and I'm sick of all the other COD Zombies YouTubers pretending like their strategy is the best, because it's not. It's just the one that everybody's doing because it's getting the most views right now. It just makes me so sad, man. You know, I've been on this website since the earliest days of it, back in 2005. YouTube has always been a part of my life. I've always enjoyed watching videos on the website. I've always enjoyed creating content on the website, and now it's at a point of where I can't even stand watching content on the website because it's all just stuff that's just garbage. It's all just people that are just so hungry for views, and there's like no passion for the content being created. I apologize to those of you that watch my videos on a daily basis because I upload these videos on a daily basis and here's the same spiel every day and it's getting kind of sick of it. I mean, I don't say it every single day, but you know, I do mention it often enough to where it's like, okay, Grotesque, it's time to shut up about the same things, but I can't help it. It just makes me sad because I love this website so much, or at the very least, I love creating content on this website, and it makes me sad that I can, like, barely even enjoy watching content on this website, and at this point, it's been, like, 2 weeks since I've even watched a video on this website. 2 weeks since I've watched a video for my own enjoyment. Like that was just the cutoff period where I was like, alright, you know, I'm just kind of done. I have seen a few videos since then, obviously, whether it be, like, YouTube Shorts or just full-on videos, because, you know, obviously, like, you know, people talking about this strategy. Obviously, I wouldn't know about it if I haven't seen the titles and the thumbnails and at least skimmed through a few videos, but it's just, it's all recycled, man. It's all garbage. It just makes me feel, I just feel nauseous every time I get on YouTube now because it's just so sickening. Anyway, that's enough for the old man G ramblings. Let's just play some zombies and have some fun, yeah? I need like, what, 750 critical kills for this weapon, I think it said? 750, 780, whatever. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing in this video. Hopefully getting those critical kills done, and unfortunately, I did not look at what the special challenges were, so we're just gonna have to exfil whenever I get the criticals done, because, man, I feel really stupid now. I've made a habit of checking these special kills right when I'm at, like, that last part of getting the criticals, because I've been able to get one weapon done every 2 matches, which, again, for me, that only takes, like, an hour, maybe 75 minutes tops, which is pretty dang good. Usually, right now, about round 8, round 9, this is about the time when I'll have enough money to actually go to the bowling alley. I might push it to round 9 if it's a weapon where it's like, oh, you know, this reload speed is so terrible, man, you know, you really need the boost, and, you know, I'll go to round 9 so I can afford speed cola, but I'm not too worried about it with the Model L, so we'll go ahead and go straight to the bowling alley, and this is where the strategy begins. So you run over here, shoot or knife off the panel, place on the water valve, just turn it for a little bit, just so the white bar goes up a touch, and, yeah, you know, usually I spin it till a zombie's, like, right in my face like that, and then, yeah, that's it. That's how the strategy goes. It's really that simple. Right now, I honestly haven't been doing the best when it comes to, like, min-maxing my time and optimizing the strategy, because obviously I'm making a video right now, so I've been playing just, you know, a little weird, not as fast as I normally would be, but already 8 minutes into the match, we have 130 critical kills, and we just started the strategy, which means we haven't even seen, like, the full potential of this thing. And obviously, we won't be seeing the full potential of this because my strategy usually consists of coming in here by 8, you know, round 8, round 9, something like that, and just doing this until about round 30, and then I exfil, and then I repeat. So realistically, since I only need about 800 critical kills, and unfortunately, again, I won't be able to do the special challenges since I was too stupid to, you know, actually look at it before coming in here, we'll probably be out of here by round 25 at the latest, I want to say. Obviously, you'll still need to take breaks intermittently to go run out and, you know, like, upgrade your weapons, get the 2nd tier Pack-a-Punch, and then eventually the 3rd tier Pack-a-Punch, and upgrade your weapons rarity all the way up to legendary. I'd also always obviously recommend rocking a suppressor on any of your weapons, whether you're doing the strategy or not, just so then you can upgrade your weapons a bit faster, stay ahead of the game, melt the, you know, like, the special zombies whenever they come in, whether that be manglers or especially the abominations, because by the time he gets around 30 doing this strategy, it seems like there's usually 3 to 4 that'll end up coming in here. 4 if it's like one of those matches where they're just going crazy, but typically I only have about like maybe 3 come in here if my count is correct. Also, I do not care what augmentations you have, how confident you are in your zombie skills, do not do the strategy past round 30. Like, you can stay in here and keep the water pressure thing going until round 30, but if you go past that, it's not that the zombies will necessarily be too hard, because you could still technically reasonably kill them if you have a maxed out weapon, if you have Deadshot, especially if you have some augmentations on your weapons. But there's going to be so many special zombies at that point. Like, even by round 30, it's starting to push it, but it's still manageable enough, and it's still one of those things where it's like, you know, if you exfil at round 25, you're going to be leaving so many untapped critical kills on the table, especially with how fast the zombie spawns are going to be by that round, because it's just going to be absolute chaos by then. So, yeah, I definitely recommend pushing it to 30, but once you hit 30, that's the point of where it's like, okay, it was reasonable before, it was still worth the time before, but at that point, you're going to be spending so much time just navigating past, you know, the Mangler beams and the Abomination beams and, you know, the Abomination doing the charge attack against you, and it's just going to be a lot by that point, so I'd always recommend just kind of dipping out of here by round 30, repeating the strategy, and again, you should be easily able to get a weapon done every 2 matches, which equals about 75 minutes in total between the time that it takes to start the matches, even including going into the main menu, starting up a new match. And I'll tell you one thing, it's one heck of a lot more fun than sitting on some boring rooftop. I was saying it in last night's video when we were going over the most recent update where they finally brought back, you know, like the Legacy XP token compatibility, because it was kind of in the game, but then they took it out, but kind of left it in because it was still able to be done over in Warzone, but then they added it back in, so they kind of brought it back, kind of added it for the first time officially, however you want to look at that. But yeah, dude, I tried doing that strategy for the AK-74, and I literally fell asleep. Like, I'm not even kidding. My eyes glazed over, I dozed off, and I fell asleep, and my eyes snapped up. I was like, oh, shoot, yeah, I'm still playing zombies. So then I finished it out, and yeah, I'm never doing that strategy again. I mean, like, once I unlock Opal Camo, and maybe, you know, if I'm really, I mean, even then, special zombies, like, just playing normal zombies, especially if you're doing this strategy, you'll be able to, you'll get more manglers and abominations than you'll know what to do with. So I mean, I don't even know if I'll have to do that strategy for that. Maybe I'll do it once I get to like the elite kills, because obviously, yeah, you know, that's one of those things where I could justify it then, because you only get so many elites even doing this strategy. Like, again, there's only going to be so many abominations that spawn. Playing Terminus, there's going to be, you know, only so many amalgamations that spawn, whereas, you know, I mean, one way to speed it up if you want to keep doing it quote-unquote legit in the standard mode would be to do the Liberty Falls Easter egg, kill them, you know, when you have to, like, capture their souls in the canister. Or maybe there'd even be another way to do that. I've never tried just killing the elites without capturing their soul in the canister to do the Easter egg properly. Maybe if you don't capture their soul, you're able to respawn them. I'm not too sure about that, though. Regardless, it seems like the faster... there it is. There is whiteout camo, which, once the round thing goes away, if it'll pop up, there it is. 1,500 critical kills, so... It's 500 more to go, easy peasy. And again, we're still in a really low round, so if you're looking at the timer and you're like, 14 minutes, only like 200 some critical kills, it doesn't seem like you're going that fast. Again, it's only gonna get faster and faster, and I haven't even been going at like the most efficient pace necessarily, and I didn't do like the Deadshot Easter egg, for example, which would really help with the critical kills, so there's a lot of ways you could min-max this thing. We're also getting ready to go upgrade our weapons, which is going to help us get through the rounds even faster, obviously, because we'll be, like, one-tapping the zombies for a while once we get the epic rarity and, you know, like, tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. Typically, I go at about round 14 to round 15, so there it is, round 15, and I wait until zombies spawn in just so that it keeps it from turning into a vermin round, because sometimes if you go in between rounds, it'll cancel out the water pressure thing, and then it'll start a vermin round, which you obviously don't want, because that'll just, like, slow the spawns and everything down by quite a bit. So I'd suggest waiting until a few zombies, maybe a mangler spawns in, just like that. So they're all coming in. So at this point, also what I do is grab a, usually, like, a tier 2 armor vest. I don't know. I think I'll be okay this time. I think I actually want to prioritize perks instead. So that's kind of like an optional thing you can do. Otherwise, you know, you could just save up your money all the way until you're able to get the level 3 armor vest later on, which you'd want to do around the time that you end up leaving to go get pack 3. So, you know, just save up for that. But anyway, there it is. Round 15, epic rarity weapon, as well as tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. There's also an abomination right outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to finagle the zombies a little bit, train them up. Not a big deal. There's a few coming in through here, but we should be able to... No, we are not able to squeeze past. So we're going to go out the front door here, just like that, and juke around them all. If you want it to be really smart and efficient, you could also wait just a little bit longer, probably until like round 16 or a little bit later into round 15 until you have a bit more salvage. So then you can get napalm burst on your weapons, because both the abominations and the manglers are weak to napalm, so that'll help you quite a bit. Me personally, I'm not too worried about it, because obviously we don't need too many more critical kills yet, so I'm just trying to kind of get this done here. Oh, shoot. There's the abomination. I didn't even realize that he ran in here, but... Again, even though we don't have Deadshot or Napalm Burst, it's round 15, and we already have an epic rarity tier 2 Pack-a-Punch weapon, so he is not going to be too difficult. We just got to wait for him to open his mouth. We got 2 of his mouths down, and just like that, that's the 3rd mouth down. You can see how it starts to pick up. You know, we're only like, what, 3 or 4 minutes removed from what I was talking about before, and we're already like... way ahead of where we were even then. And again, round 16, it's only gonna get faster and faster, and this is what I'm talking about, man. This strategy, for one, this strategy isn't so brain dead that it's gonna put you to sleep. Like, it's actually a lot of fun running around in here. You know, it's so hectic with the zombies going so fast. You know, you constantly having to, like, spin around and gun them down and aim for the head. Like, it's an absolute blast running in here. It's a pure adrenaline rush, especially once you get up towards like round 30 and the manglers and the abominations are going crazy in here. You're spraying down the zombies, but it's never too much, right? Like, it's never too difficult to where it's like, oh my gosh, why am I even doing this? No, it's just, you know, it's just pure chaotic fun, as zombies always is and should be. But it's also just really effective, because obviously the round just switched, and within just a few seconds now, the zombies are going to be spawning in. Just like that. Not even 5 seconds after I said it, and I am being swarmed by hordes of sprinting zombies. Prestige 8, level 50. Yes, I finally unlocked the VMP blueprint. I have genuinely been waiting to unlock that for so long, just because, I mean, obviously the VMP was one of my favorite weapons back in Black Ops 3, so super excited to use that. I also didn't get any SMGs Mystic Gold yet, so I will be using that blueprint, similar to how I'm using the Warrior's Blood blueprint for the Model L here. I'll be using the VMP blueprint when I get gold on that weapon. Actually, now that I think of it, I have no idea what weapon that blueprint is for. If it's for the Jackal PDW, that'll kind of suck, because I love using the Scourge blueprint from the Vault Edition for that weapon, so I mean, you know, if the VMP blueprint is for that weapon, I might just have to, you know, just suck it up and just switch over to that just so I can use it that once. But then I'll have to go back to the Scourge because that blueprint is really cool. There it is. There's more of the Manglers spawning. Like I said, I mean, you get so many of those during this to where it's like, yeah, the other strategy might still technically be faster in that regard. And, you know, at that point, I could totally see somebody going to do that for the quick special zombies or the elite kills or whatever, but man, this is just so much more fun. And like I said in my previous video talking about this strategy, I'm sure there's probably somebody else out there that already made a video covering this. This is one of those things where I'm not necessarily claiming that I came up with this strategy because, I mean, dude, this is literally something that everybody has to do when they're building the jet gun or trying to do the Easter egg on this map, technically. You know, you have to come in here, do the whole water pressure thing. It's just one of those things where I was playing, I put 2 and 2 together, I was like, hey, this thing makes the zombies spawn speed up, so maybe will this just work indefinitely? I came in here, did it, and yeah, it works indefinitely. And you know, I don't think this is something that Treyarch would necessarily patch because there's not really a reason to patch it because it's not breaking the game. It's just making things go faster. They literally have a rampage inducer in this game, so if you would patch this, you should also just patch the rampage inducer while you're at it because it's basically like the same thing. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. The only way I could maybe see them patching this or fixing it in some way is making the water pressure go down over time if you don't sit there and continuously crank it, you know what I mean? But that would seem kind of stupid too, so, you know, I don't know. Regardless, no matter what they would do, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm still just gonna play the game legit. Even without doing the whole water valve thing, literally just training up inside of here, even without that, even without the rampage inducer or anything, I mean, you know, if you turn on the rampage inducer, that'll help quite a bit too, obviously, but then at that point, you'll also have to deal with the vermin rounds, which would slow things down a bit and not give you as many of the critical kills. But yeah, even just training around in here normally is pretty fast. Another spot that I was doing at first until I found this strategy just because it was kind of fast, but it's technically not as fast as this. It's training around the, you know, the void cannon trap there on Terminus. You know, it's a pretty fast spot. Again, is it as fast as this? No, definitely not, but it's still pretty quick. At this point, things are starting to get a little hairy inside of here. I'm not, whoa, what? I could have swore that I bought more ammo, but I guess I didn't. Okay, give me ammo. We should be closing in on the camo pretty soon here. I've gotten quite a good bit of kills, like hundreds at this point. We just leveled up the weapon, but I don't think that that's actually, we got an exfil available, but I don't think that that's actually gonna give me enough time or enough kills to get the camo. I'm not sure. What do we... Do we just go for it? I mean, I feel like I ought to be close enough, right? See, like, once you start to run away from the area, like, the water pressure will start to go down. That's something that I noticed. It's okay, yeah, there it is. Now it's finally going down. Like, it does do that if you run away, so... You know, the only way I could think of them patching it is if, like, it would start to go down even while you're still inside of the room, because currently it only goes down once you leave the room, but again, I don't see why they would do that. Listen, y'all, I'm just trying to activate the exfil here, so if y'all could just bug off... I say bug off and a vermin gets me down, dude. What are the chances? Anyway, I reckon we ought to be close enough, so I'm hoping that I will have enough by the time that we finish this exfil. So now we gotta, you know, I'm gonna grab stamina just to be safe, and our exfil is probably gonna be on the, yep, on the roof. Oh boy, there's an abomination. Okay, if anything, I might end up using a chopper gunner. Oh boy, okay, yeah, because I do have a chopper gunner on me, so I'm gonna try to stick it out with the gun for a minute here. Just, oh, nope, I'm gonna go down. Okay, yeah, so... It seems I might be a few critical kills short, but that's totally my fault, because I probably should have just stayed in the bowling alley to actually make sure before trying to exfil, but it is what it is. My main goal is really just to take out that abomination. If I could, okay, I think I got him down. Yeah, the abomination's down. I can deal with everything else. Let's get back to it. It genuinely might have not been a terrible idea to get Pack-a-Punch 3 before trying to come to the exfil, because I clearly had enough money, but... Oh, well, hindsight is 2020. We got 2 zombies left. What are the chances that one of you give me my camo? Well, I guess today just wasn't my day, but if I watch, we're gonna go back to the main menu, I'm gonna look at it, and it's gonna say that I'm literally like 2 or 3 off. I'm also just curious, yeah, does it show, yeah, I don't think it actually shows what weapon. That looks like it's for the Jackal PDW. It turns out I grossly underestimated just how many headshots I needed yet. Apparently, I needed like 162. See, that's my fault. I should have been paying more attention, and I probably had the initial number in my head wrong before we actually went into the match. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know, but still, like, you know, I was playing for like what, not even like 25 minutes right there, and we made a crazy amount of progress. And again, the closer you get to around 30, like especially around like the 20 to 25 mark, things pick up so much, and your headshots go from being like, all right, this is a decent rate, to being like, like you just start flying through the camos, even the later ones. I was right. The VMP Elite is for the Jackal PDW. Gosh dang it. See, I really like using the Scourge one, but all right, I'll use that one for a little bit when I go to get it done, just because, I mean, it looks like the PMP. That's so dope. But anyways, yeah, that's that. From the time me recording this, there's 4 hours until the hit list event goes live. It was kind of glitched for a bit. It was saying before it was going to come out on Thursday, but then for a bit it was saying that it was going to start on Friday, but then they changed it back to saying that it's going to start on Thursday, so I guess that was a glitch on their end, but that'll be starting soon, so we'll finally see what that's all about, how the events are going to work in this game. I don't know if it'll be like last year where it's like, okay, there's going to be some where you do challenges, and there's some where you just got to grind a bunch of XP. I don't know if it'll work a bit differently, but we'll be covering that in tomorrow's video, and yeah. But anyway, as always, massive shout out to all the Patrons and channel members to get on the low ball tier, and an even bigger shout out to the big ball tier, Malasking, and Big Dad Manny, and the biggest shout out to the GT run of some of the go. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.